Welcome to Networking Basics Module 7, the access layer. Now, we are going to be talking about the access layer, especially encapsulation and the Ethernet frame, explaining the process the process of encapsulation and Ethernet framing. Then we talk about the access layer, particularly explaining how to improve network communication at the network layer. Now, encapsulation and the Ethernet frame. Now, encapsulation, just like the normal meaning, when you say something is encapsulated, means you put one thing in another. So, something like we are familiar with is sending letter. Now, when we want to send letter, we enclose the letter within envelope. So, the whole process of enclosing the letter within the envelope is encapsulation. So in the same vein, in networking, there is encapsulation. That is, the data generated by our program is being encapsulated. Normally, as you have read about the OSI layer in the previous modules, OSI layer, we have 7 of them. We have the application layer, we have the presentation layer, we have the session layer. These 3 layers come together to form a single layer of the TCP/IP network model. Now, they are the one that generate the data to be communicated on the network. So the data gets to the transport layer, and the transport layer encapsulates it. It encloses it within its whole frame, and it gets across to network layer, which is the 5th layer. The network layer too also encapsulates it within some other pieces of information that are necessary to ensure the proper delivery of the message. Now, after this has been done, it is then passed to the data link layer, and finally to the physical layer as contained in the OSI model. But for the TCP/IP, straight from the internet layer, it goes to the physical access layer. Now, this way of moving the information from where it is generated and placed in the frame as contained under the transport layer as well as the network layer. So it's the main process we call encapsulation. So specific format called a frame encapsulates each computer message before sending it over the network. So frame acts like envelope, providing address of the intended destination and the source host's address. Now, this information, they are like control information for the message you are sending. It will contain the destination address, the destination IP address, and the destination MAC address. That is the address that the message is targeted at. It contains other pieces of information like FCS, frame sequence. Now, it also contains information about the timing, the specific time that is required for the message to have been delivered. And if it is not delivered before that, we call it up limit when we are dealing with version 6. Now, when the message has not been delivered within this time, it's going to get expired. So then after everything has been put in this frame, the message is not correctly formatted and not successfully delivered to or processed by the destination host. So that is the reason why we need to enclose them properly. So Internet Protocol is a protocol with similar function to the enter envelope. It's the one that will enclose everything as it is coming from the network layer, as it is coming from the physical point, then it will now go through the medium. Is it the physical medium that we are using or the electromagnetic medium, which is the wireless medium? So IP is responsible for sending a message from the message source to the destination over one or more networks. Now, after the message has been successfully placed within the Internet Protocol, then it is now for it to move to the destination, and this will be through the access layer. This access layer is actually the one that helps us to conduct it to the receiving end. Now, for it to successfully conduct it to this, we must ensure that the contact, the cable, the ports of the cable that we are connecting to the NIC, network interface card, is well connected. We must ensure that there is no depth that is going to affect the transmission. We must ensure that the port itself, the network interface port, card port, is okay. Because if not one of these items that I mentioned is not okay, then there won't be successful communication of data through the network. Then by the time the data now get to the destination, then every information that has been placed on it will now be de-encapsulated. It will be removed. The one that is put there by the network layer will be removed. The one put there by the transport layer will be removed. Then the actual data will now get to the application that it is meant for. And that is how network access layer operates. So summarily, the process of placing one message format inside another message format is called encapsulation. Then the encapsulation is the reverse process that occur at the receiving end. So computer messages are encapsulated just as envelope encapsulates a letter for delivery. Then the message sent over computer network follows specific format rules for delivery and processing. Then the Ethernet protocol standards define many aspects of network communication, including frame format, frame size, timing, and encoding. Then the format of the Ethernet frame specifies the location of the destination, source MAC address, and additional information, including preamble for sequencing and timing. Then the start of frame delimiter, length, type of frame, and frame check sequence to dictate transmission errors. Those are the pieces of information that are added at the transport and network layer. Then the access layer is the part of the network in which people gain access to other hosts and shared files and printers. So it provides the first line of networking devices that connect hosts to the wired Ethernet network. Then each host can connect directly to an access layer networking device using an Ethernet cable within an Ethernet network. Thank you for watching this. Then you can subscribe so that when the next module is released, you are going to be notified. Thank you.